Chapter 25. Building a Life You Don't Want to Escape From. As we reach the final chapters of this book, we confront a pivotal question. What does it mean to build a life you don't want to escape from? For many men between the ages of 35 and 45, the years are often marked by frustration, burnout, or a deep sense of dissatisfaction. Whether it's a job that drains you, relationships that feel like obligations, or a sense of unfulfilled potential, it can sometimes feel as though the life you're living is a series of compromises, rather than a reflection of your true self. But here's the good news. You can change that. By intentionally crafting a life that aligns with your values, passions, and desires, you can create a life that excites you. A life you want to live fully, not escape from. This chapter is about exploring how to build a life that fuels your sense of purpose, satisfaction, and joy. It's about embracing your agency to reshape your reality, find deeper meaning, and move away from a life of automatic routines and obligations. It's about becoming the architect of your own life and learning how to live intentionally. What does it mean to build a life you don't want to escape from? At its core, building a life you don't want to escape from means living authentically. It's about making choices that reflect who you are rather than who you feel you're supposed to be. It's about crafting a lifestyle that brings you joy, satisfaction, and a sense of inner peace. It's about creating a balance that works for you and finding fulfillment not just in achievements, but in the way you live, love, and work. Key aspects of a life you don't want to escape from. 1. Authenticity, living in alignment with your true self rather than succumbing to societal pressures or outdated expectations. 2. Joy and fulfillment, engaging in activities that bring you real happiness, whether through relationships, hobbies, or meaningful work. 3. Balance, creating harmony between your responsibilities and personal desires so you're not overwhelmed by the demands of life. 4. Purpose, feeling that your life has deeper meaning, whether it's through your work, family, or contributions to others. 5. Presence, living in the moment, fully engaged with your life rather than distracted or disconnected from what truly matters. When you live a life you don't want to escape from, you are no longer driven by the desire to get away from your responsibilities, but instead you find ways to live joyfully within them while prioritizing your well-being. The role of intentionality in your life. Building a life that excites you doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional effort. Intentionality means making conscious choices every day that align with your values and desires. It's about rejecting the passive drift that many men experience, the endless cycle of working, existing, and surviving without ever questioning if this is the life you truly want. How to live with intentionality. Set clear priorities. Identify what matters most to you. Is it spending more time with family? Advancing in your career? Traveling? Once you know your priorities, make choices that support them. Say no to the unnecessary. Learn to say no to things, people, and activities that drain your energy or don't align with your goals. Your time and energy are precious and you need to be mindful of where you invest them. Be present, practice mindfulness and gratitude. Instead of constantly looking for the next escape or the next achievement, learn to appreciate the moments you're living in now. Take responsibility. You are in charge of your life. While circumstances and external factors can influence your situation, you ultimately have control over how you respond and how you shape your future. Create meaningful habits. Build routines that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Whether it's exercising regularly, meditating, journaling, or spending time with loved ones, intentional habits can reinforce a life of purpose and fulfillment. Living intentionally requires reflection and commitment, but it's the key to building a life you actually want to live, one that doesn't need escaping from. Letting go of escapism. Escaping from life is often seen as a quick fix to dealing with dissatisfaction. Whether it's through substance use, unhealthy coping mechanisms, or withdrawing from relationships, escapism is a way of avoiding the uncomfortable feelings that come with a life that feels stuck. But true escape doesn't come from running away from your problems or responsibilities. It comes from facing them head-on and doing the hard work of reshaping your life. When you escape, you only delay the inevitable. When you confront your struggles, however, you begin to take back your power and move toward the life you want to create. How to stop escaping. Face your fears. Often, the desire to escape comes from fear. Fear of failure, of disappointment, or of discomfort. Instead of avoiding these feelings, confront them directly. Explore where they stem from and take small steps toward overcoming them. Address unmet needs. Escape can also be a sign that your deeper needs aren't being met. whether that's emotional, relational, or creative. Take the time to understand what's missing in your life and take active steps to fulfill those needs. Build coping strategies. Instead of escaping into unhealthy behaviors, develop coping mechanisms that allow you to deal with stress, disappointment, and frustration in healthier ways. This might include physical exercise, creative outlets, or seeking professional help. Escaping from your life only leads to a cycle of dissatisfaction. But when you choose to face life on your terms, you begin to build a life that you can truly embrace, a life you want to live rather than escape from. Redesigning your life. The power of small shifts. The idea of building a life you don't want to escape from can feel overwhelming, especially if you're in a phase of your life where things feel chaotic or stuck. But change doesn't have to be dramatic or overwhelming. Often, the key to transforming your life lies in small, intentional shifts that, over time, create profound changes. Examples of small shifts. Small time commitments. You don't have to overhaul your entire schedule, but carving out small moments for yourself, even just 15 minutes a day, can have a big impact on your mental well-being. Changing your environment. Sometimes a change in physical space, like rearranging your home office, changing your daily route to work, or creating a more calming environment, can shift your mindset and energy. Shifting mindsets. Begin challenging the limiting beliefs you hold about yourself. If you think you're too old to change or too far along in life, start by changing those thoughts. Realize that you have the power to redefine who you are at any stage in life. Small shifts lead to bigger transformations. By making incremental changes, you begin to create a life that feels more fulfilling, purposeful, and aligned with who you truly are. Crafting your vision for the future. As you start taking action to build a life you don't want to escape from, it's helpful to have a clear vision of where you want to go. What does your ideal life look like? What kind of man do you want to become? What impact do you want to have on your family, your community, and the world? Steps to crafting your vision. 1. Visualize your future. Take some time to imagine the kind of life you want to live. What would your ideal day look like? Who are the people you want to surround yourself with? What kind of work would you be doing? 2. Identify your core values. What principles do you want to guide your life? These values will serve as the foundation for your vision and decision-making. 3. Set long-term and short-term goals. Break your vision down into actionable steps. What can you do today, this week, this year, and in the coming years to move closer to your ideal life? 4. Stay flexible. Life is unpredictable and your vision may evolve. Stay open to adapting your goals and path as new opportunities and insights arise. Conclusion. Embrace the life you're creating. Building a life you don't want to escape from isn't about perfection or avoiding challenges. It's about living intentionally, aligning your actions with your values, and finding joy in the journey. Your life is a masterpiece in the making. By focusing on what truly matters, you can craft a life filled with meaning, joy, and satisfaction, one that makes you excited to wake up every day. As you continue your journey, remember that you have the power to reshape your reality. The choice is yours. Embrace the life you're creating.